차려 경례. All right. So today we're going over listing presentation in the iBuyer era. Okay, listing presentation. Okay, you're brand new to real estate. You don't know what that is. Listing presentation takes many different forms. I've seen it where it could be just one page marketing plan. What I'm gonna do if I get your listing, these are items I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna take a photo or hire professional photography, do virtuals or virtual tours, something like that, and then present to your clients. So, or I've seen it where brokers will have this thick 72 page of just pictures after pictures, information after information, why they should use their company, why they should use that broker, blah blah blah. Those are all good stuff. It may also include 30, 60, 90-day price for suggested price. If you want to sell within 30 days, this is suggested price for you. If you want to sell your house in 60 days, this probably you might want to shoot here because we're increasing market. So probably if you wait 60 days, maybe you could get there, or 90-day price. So whichever way you do, that's fine. There are a lot of stuff online for free that you could kind of watch, and then if you have a lot of senior brokers or managed brokers or coach in your office, talk to them about listing presentations. I'm sure they have a lot of that. However, if your potential seller is your army, we talked about BTS army, but your own army, people who are in your advocates folder right now, binder, I should say, and they're gonna list with you. I wouldn't like bore them too much nowadays. I mean, consumers have a lot of info. They know what's selling in the market. They know what's active in the market. So I would say for your army, don't waste too much time. Just do a thorough market research yourself. Go preview similar properties in the marketplace so you kind of know what your competition is like, and work hard to get the right price. You could do 30, 60, 90-day pricing for them. You could say, well, your condition of the home, the medium for average upgrade, and then maybe for really top tier remodeling job, you may want to give suggested price for those differences and so forth. You're always there to consult with your seller, and then give them the best expert advice and opinion. So how about iBuyers? Okay, there we go, iBuyer. Okay, I was working with this client, so we got his he's gonna buy a house, so we had his house under contract yesterday. Yay, that's good. And we also need to sell his house, so obviously this is a good client of mine, and I don't have to like really sell him hard on choosing me as a listing broker. We already talked about it, so I am going to be his listing broker. However, he did mention about his friend who suggested he should do the iBuyer option. Just why have so much headache? Just sell it to an iBuyer. A lot of online stuff. I don't want to name names about companies, but they're these big companies, IT companies coming into the marketplace. Hey, we buy cash. So what do you do? I think with iBuyers, I think you should have within your company a program that competes with iBuyer. I do have such company that I within my office. So I tell my seller, I said, yeah, iBuyers are great, but we have a greater program in-house. Local investors, we have a group of 50 local investors that will put, they'll buy the house directly from you. However, unlike online iBuyers, their fees are very attractive. It doesn't even compare. It's much cheaper way to do that. So I'll give them at least an option so that they don't they don't just go to iBuyer directly and then you can't help them through the process. So I think you should also always have an answer for that. Another one that's kind of popping up in our marketplace is it's called Remodeling Programs. So what they do is these companies out there, they tell your seller, hey, if you sell your house as is, you may not get as much money. So what we're willing to do is help you finance the rehab. We'll put, if you need new roof, new windows, whatever, we have a program where you could use all that, and then when you sell your house, then you will pay for it with your proceeds. I think as an arsenal, you may also want to think about that. Personally, for me and for our company, we do have, we've been looking at such a program to tell our sellers, hey, if you do want something like that, we do have something that we could offer you. I would say 80-90% of the sellers, they probably don't want to go that route anyway. They want to maximize their equity. They don't want to go through the hassle of remodeling their house before. I mean, they just want to do a traditional sales. Most of them will. So, but I think having the option out there, especially with all these advertising for iBuyers, I think it's critical. If you're here locally, if you need an access to those companies, you're welcome to privately text me and then get that info, or just, we'll get together and we'll talk about that. So again, listing presentation, be unique, okay? Don't be average. With your marketing plan, with your listing presentation, say, hey, we do something different. If I list your house, not only is it just going into MLS where everybody else is doing that, we'll present your future listing at the office sales meetings, and that for us is every Wednesday at 8:30 in the morning, where we do new listings, new buyers. We talk about new listings, new buyers, and we try to help each other that way, get them more exposed, more exposure. Or Fridays, there's a local board that I belong to, a lot of my brokers belong to. We call it SMIDRA. So anyway, go there and present your listings to, for us, that's 4,000 members in our Realtor Association. Do that. Go the extra mile for your sellers. Tell them you're doing these things so that the sellers know that you are different from other people out there. So a lot of people heard of 80-20 rule. Okay, I like to change things around. So I like to call it 20-80 rule. You don't want to put 80 first, because when you put 80-20 and you're thinking 80-20, you belong in that 80. Why don't you turn it around and do 20-80 rule? Because you want to belong in top 20% of realtors. You want to be top 20% of wherever you are in your life. I think it's more effective. So think about that. Be unique. Being unique is different. If you're average, normal, you're in the 80%. You want to be different. You want to be unique. Do a special unique marketing. As we speak, I'm working with some creative ways to market houses this year. So I'm working on doing YouTube videos instead of just doing still photos. I'll kind of update you on that as we go. Hopefully it works out. I have some crazy idea, but we'll talk about that in the next class or future classes. Quick update. Currently I have one under contract. I have one listing that I'm working on, and currently working with 4 buyer leads. Okay, I think that's kind of the pace for where you're gonna do 25 deals or more this year. If you're not there yet, don't worry. I mean, especially if you're brand new, white belt, getting this off the ground, it typically takes about 3 years to get to that kind of production level. But if you're a go-getter, and if you already talked to, if you're, like BTS, if you're single and you have no family, no kids, man, maybe you could do it within 1 year. I'd be happy for you. So keep going. Don't worry. Just watch these videos, and we'll kind of teach you some lessons along the way to get you there faster. But for the rest of you, I know they're subscribers. I know who you are, who done 50 deals last year. We talked about this. But keep the pace with me. If you have good ideas, comment below. So anyway, so our goal, 25 by the end of this year. If you're been in the business for 3, 4, 5 years already, and you want to really hit it this year, that's kind of our goal together. And ultimately these videos, I mean, we got to think with the end. What's the end? Where are we going to end, John? So my goal is in 3 years, I want some of us, or hopefully all of us, but I know it's not going to happen for all of us, but some of us, maybe we could hit this number, $1 million cash flow team in 3 years. I'm trying to build a team. I haven't built one yet. I'm building with you. I'm going to be building my real estate team with you. But I would like this team to produce $1 million in cash flow, whether we're working or not. So that's kind of the goal for this video. I know I told some of you, some of the subscribers, that's where we're heading. So you're watching these videos with me and we're trying to help each other to get there. So hopefully that's what we're doing. And then of course, if you are married like me, talk to your spouse, make sure they know what you're doing, because sometimes you're missing some life events and they might be upset at you if you don't share what you're doing with them, and then they're on board with you. So next video, before we go to the next video, please comment below the comment button, especially if I know a couple of my subscribers, they told me they closed their deals already, so you guys are ahead of me. I'm pretty upset. I'm gonna catch up. But comment below and say, hey, I closed one deal, or comment below for any comments. This helps me. You're kind of my YouTube army for real estate, Taekwondo Realtor. Comment below, give me some hints. Hey John, you should do this with your video. This is much better, or this is a unique program I'm using for my own business. I like to share with our army friends here. We all have same goal. We want to be in that 80-20 versus 20-80. I'm sorry, we want to be in that 20% of realtors making 80% of income. So let's share secrets, knowledge, so that we could all get there together. Next class, we'll be working on a unique open house. I think you'll enjoy it. We're just preparing it. So the actual video, we're gonna do that open house on February 1st. So hopefully the weather is nice, because we got some unique stuff happening at that open house, and I'll share with you what I'm doing with the open house. So that will be the next video. Work hard. Sorry this video lasted a little longer than I wanted. But anyway, so we had a lot of topic to cover. So hopefully you're going out there showing houses, getting to your listing presentations, listing appointments, and creating your army. You got to build your army of people who will die for you, who will go to war for you, who will just grab those buyers and seller leads for you. So create your army, provide an awesome service, wear your realtor pin, be proud, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. 차렷! 경례!